Addiction is very common in childhood trauma survivors, and there's all sorts of different things you can be addicted to, right? All sorts of drugs and alcohol, sex and money and all the like. But the biggest addiction is, and a lot of people don't notice this, and it's not even that specific to childhood trauma. And you notice the more addicted you are, the more likely you're probably about to click away now. But the biggest addiction is our addiction to thoughts, our stories, our inner dialogue. Right? Where do you spend the most time? Try it today. What are you listening to when you're not listening? What's happening around you? How much of your time do you spend thinking about, whether this is past events that happened, ruminating about it, how what you could have done different, or what should have happened and didn't happen, or fantasizing about the future, planning, right? Constantly. Thoughts are so addictive, and they just thinking about something you can have a body response to it, right? You can have full emotions to something, right? Even just thinking about biting into a lemon can give you the goosebumps, right? You don't actually even have to do it. That's how powerful thoughts are. I had no idea when I first started therapy. I mean, my therapists and coaches and mentors and people I work with, kept pointing that out to me over and over. You're not your thoughts. And I got really annoyed with them. I didn't realize just how much power I was giving the thoughts by giving them attention, right? Thoughts feed on your attention. And just like a little kid, if you can't get attention by saying nice things, the thoughts produce things that will stimulate a response or attention, some importance, right? Make it feel like, oh, this is really important, but you got to pay attention, right? Otherwise something's going to happen. But right now, right here, you like, I'm out in nature. Nothing's really happening right in this moment. There's so many sounds, right? The birds, the lawn mowing, the water, the wind. What are you listening to? Right. Because most of our suffering or pain or drama, our problems, has the biggest pull grab on us when we're actually home alone, right? Especially just before you want to go to bed and before you want to go to sleep, right? It gets really, really loud. Can you see how it keeps grabbing your attention even while you're listening to this video, right? You have the chatter going on in the background, commenting on whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong, or whether she's full of shit, or that kind of stuff that goes on while you're doing that. It's an inner commentary, that dialogue, that constant dialogue. Pay attention to this. See, for a day, for a week, every time you remember, maybe you might even set an alarm, to know, where is my attention right now? I can almost guarantee you it's always in the thought. It's so addictive, it's so magnetic, it's so juicy. I don't know a better word, right? That inner stuff. Yeah. Just get curious about it and see what happens when you shift your attention to something else, to your other senses, right? You can see here outside in nature, in this very moment, feeling the breeze on your skin. See, even when you're feeling the breeze on the skin, there's thoughts popping up, right? But I like this, I don't like this, it's cold, it's warm, or it's nice, I want more of it, when it's like that cuts to that judging, that constant evaluating of something. And I don't actually have to pay any attention to that. And in my experience, I don't know about you, but maybe let me know in the comments, I'm curious. But the less attention I'm given to certain things, especially the juicy and very addictive ones, the ones that I used to go to all the time, once I stopped paying attention and I lost interest, those kind of thoughts stop popping up, or they become less and less and less, to now I don't actually even have them anymore, right? So just curious, just noticing, not judging yourself on it, not making it right or wrong, but just noticing. Where is your attention, right? So I'll leave it on that.